okay. But waiting till somebody come on and check this out. Like I said before, just like last time, this is the A.M.P podcast show. Okay. Anybody check it out? Let me wait for a minute for everybody to get on. Well, I ain't gonna sit here and quiet, so I'm gonna get some music going on while I sit here and quiet. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me hear a little something. If y'all want to sit there and wait to come on. Mic check. Just like last time, whoever on the show now, I'm gonna give it probably about 2 minutes for everybody or whoever gonna come on live to get on. So until everybody get here, I'm gonna play a little music for y'all until everybody get on board. Like I figure, once you get a certain age and you ain't out somewhere line dancing right now, you know what I'm saying? You at the house or you in your car or whatever. So let's talk. We gotta communicate. I got a section about communicating, the pros and cons of it tonight too. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna give y'all probably about 4 or 5 minutes. No, not that long. 2 or 3 minutes to get on before we start the show. Like I say, this is the A.M.P podcast show. It's a late night show. Last time I started a little late. I started about 10:30, but I'm gonna be up. So if y'all want to talk, I talk back. If you want to comment, I comment back. Like I said, I'm gonna give them a few minutes for people to get on. I ain't the best at this social media stuff, so I thought I'd send out a notice on Facebook on what time the show gonna start. And this show depends on y'all. Show depends on y'all, basically. I'm gonna talk and bring up topics that's going on locally, statewide, national, or worldwide. Y'all got opinions, and that's what this show is here for. Like I said before, you might be kind of shy as far as calling in, though, but you can always text in. And I'm gonna give them a few minutes for everybody to come in. 'Cause I don't want to start the show and miss out on something. And somebody had a opinion on a certain topic. I got about 3 or 4 topics, you know what I'm saying, that I want to talk about. Somebody did call me during the week and want to know about a certain topic, so I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna see if you're gonna comment in the chat about it. Like I said, we gotta start giving our own. Stop being so shy, so bashful. I mean, you do gossip, you talk to each other, whatever, barbershop, on the phone or whatever. I need to go grab a piece something to drink before I even get started too. Uh, and I'm starting out the night, something that basically somebody was talking to me about couples, young and old. How you start out is how you gonna finish. You start out with that BS being Mr. or Mrs. Everything, you gotta end up that way. You listen to the sound of DJ Danny D. Like I said, you can go on YouTube, Spotify, and buy his music. Support our people, man. The music game, the music label, the company, everything now is all corrupt. All corrupt. Support your local people. Like I said, I'm gonna give it another minute, bro. people to get on, you know what I'm saying? If you gotta use the bathroom, go ahead and use the bathroom. Some people gonna stroll through and hear the music and think that, I'm DJing or something. I ain't DJing. If everybody to get on at least about 10, 15 people on YouTube, and I start from there. People still asking for the name of the podcast show. If you're on Facebook, well, I guess if you're on this and you listen to me, then you already know. Mm. All I can do is say A.M.P. A.M.P. podcast show. Because on YouTube there is, hold on, turn down a little bit. 'Cause on YouTube there is a AMP podcast show. Got an AMP. I didn't name mine after me in a way, in a way I didn't. Because my letters stand for something. But on YouTube, the dot in between it, and on Facebook. So hopefully, Mr. Tony, I forgot what state you calling from. You just text me. Hope that have, hope that helps it out. A.M.P. AMP podcast show. We're gonna get started. All right. I appreciate it, DJ. Thanks, DJ. Needed that. Let's get started. Like I said, I wanted to start off with couples. I spoke to a young dude. Hope y'all can hear me good. Let me turn my chat on too. Like I said, if you want to chat, go chat in. And okay. Uh, oh, you can't hear the music? Hmm. Well, no. Can you test it back to see if you can hear the music now? I hear it in my headphones. I don't see why. Okay, no problem. Okay, well, I'll fix it next time. So let me go ahead and get started with the show then. All right, basically, I was speaking to, get it out of my ear then. I hear the music in my ear it's loud. I'll figure that out later. Um, Basically, I was speaking to a young couple and they about 1, 2 years into dating or whatever, and talking about getting married and stuff. And I gave them my best advice. Okay, young couple or older couple, however you start out is how how you're gonna keep it. Change up, you're gonna have problems. So if you take her out now, spoiling her on date night every other weekend or whatever, you have to keep it going. Women, if you cooking for him, you ain't nagging him, you ain't fussing whatever, keep that going. When that stuff stop, if you are spending money on man or woman and you really ain't got it, stop it now while while the relationship had just started. Because if you keep on going, they're gonna eat good. They're gonna eat good. And you're gonna start something that's safe for a man or woman. If the man is doing that, most time the man is doing. Sometimes the women will pull the man to keep on. Then when that money runs out, arguments gonna start. That's most of the time. Whatever you're gonna have your argument is money and stepping out. So I know you in love right now, it's lovey dovey and everything, but listen to people that's older and been through stuff and heard stuff from other people, and they can tell you a whole lot of stuff for a relationship that'll save you a whole lot of heartache and pain. Okay. Um, Another two, take do not tell other people your business if you're having problems. Okay. I don't care if she cheated on you or you cheated on her. Keep it in house as best as you can. Because you tell somebody else, they ain't gonna never really see that person different. You tell your mama or your papa, whatever, they ain't gonna see that person different. Well, your pops might see a little different. See, but your moms and your sisters, whatever, they don't forgive as quick as you will. And you'll be back with that person you done forgave them, and you're looking kind of stupid because they look at you kind of stupid. You can't see them mad and upset, whatever, and you like it ain't gonna happen again. Some people say that uh, this little, uh, some people say that once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe that. Like, I believe a person gonna cheat just as much as they argue. I mean, if ain't nobody with that guy, whatever, and he ain't got it going on, he ain't doing no cheating. You know, I mean, he has to go all out his way to do that. And then you're gonna feel uncomfortable going way out of your way to cheat, and you got a girl at home. I'm gonna tell you though, ladies, a woman can have any man she wants. Dead serious. She just gotta know how to play her cards. I don't care if you're a little chubby, a little skinny, or whatever, white or black. Unless you real busted or something wrong with you can have any man you want. Just the way you gotta do it. Like a real subtle sometimes, whatever. But a woman can have any man she wants. So a man can do that. I'm saying they call rape. But a woman, just remember that. So we see all the guys out here acting a certain kind of way, wearing the pants a certain kind of way, whatever. It's girls or women that's sleeping with them and you can think that it's cool or it's okay. If they gang banging or whatever. It's some girls that look at them like, that's okay. Y'all, y'all run the world. I ain't getting all crazy. Y'all run the world, not like that though. But y'all got a lot of power, especially over the men. Always use it. And something else too. Whenever you're in a relationship, young, old, don't tell your spouse everything. That might sound crazy though, but don't tell your spouse your family business. Okay. I don't care if it's y'all been going together for a long time and I don't care if you're married or whatever. Your business to yourself, your family business. Because you can always get divorced, I can always leave you. That person got information on you that you don't want to have over you. Or vice versa. That's the boyfriend, girlfriend. You know you just went out with the world. So you know you just went out with the world because you fall into it real quick. Business. Your brother, everybody don't know about it, or his dad probably about it, because
hey, let me break this thing down for y'all. Hold up.
You can other get out, a lot of stuff over you. And I know when you in relationship with somebody, you think it ain't gonna happen, and we're gonna be together forever. Body parts be realistic. So, be a little slow on telling your family business. Once that person is not your boyfriend or girlfriend anymore, that's not on their tongue. That's deep. Matter of fact, they told them anyway. So let's go talk in the bed. Business out of it. Right. Like I say, if you're gonna start something, you're gonna travel. I bet the price whenever you start out in a relationship, travel. Go see stuff, go to the movies, date, do whatever. But don't do it all the time. Like I said, how you start out, how you got to end up. Alright. Like I said, money, stepping out, always money get tight, get funny, and now, like, honestly, you think that you can marry somebody at 20 years old, whatever, and you might be attracted to the opposite sex the rest of your life. You never hug, really hug, or the rest of your life, you was in love, you had a feeling that I think you is. I'm not really tight, so I ain't gonna say don't check up, but you can be the best.
it's a
tired
good
of
time
thinking
for you
about
to
the
hit
car,
that
you know
like
what I'm
button if you
saying?
haven't already, and
But
also subscribe to the channel.
mm,
Let's get it.
This so sick, I
it's
gotta
kinda funny.
take it back one
It's
more
kinda
time.
funny when it comes to start not listening to it. Like I said, if anybody got any other advice,
You
or
should be
relationship,
with
you never know who can listen to
me,
this.
babe.
Like I get called,
Oh, you shouldn't go
"Wow,
nowhere. If all
oh,
I'm
I'm
trying
so
to
sorry. I'm
tell
trying to
you,
hear music too
babe,
loud. Can you hear me now?
happiness is waiting for you. So won't you stay with
How's it?
me?
Oh, okay,
So
okay. I got you.
won't you stay with me? I got
Sorry,
what you
sweetheart,
need.
man.
So won't you stay with me?
I'm sorry. Thank you
Don't
for calling.
go nowhere.
Uh, there we go. Sorry about that. Should be straight now. I was trying to fix the music while I was online and talking. Okay, now it should be good right now, but thank you, Shayla, for helping me out right there. I just don't like for it to be real quiet while I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? That's just me on a Saturday night. I got to hear some kind of music. All right. One thing we gotta do too is things that we know. When you know better, you gotta do better. What they say, and that's what we gotta do. We know better, we do better. We know, ain't it simple? We know at too young of an age, a lot of us is dropping dead for no reason or different reasons. It's a different reason. People just dropping dead. We can't just we need to start farming though, but a lot of us do have land and we have the sharecrop. We got sharecrop, but I ain't gonna get deep in that. But like I said, we know the food is killing us. We know the food is giving us heart attacks, strokes, putting us most illness that we have. It comes from our mouth, whether we eating it, drinking it, or smoking it. What we gonna do about it? Okay. Um, Notice in our neighborhood, certain kind of grocery stores. Okay, most of us don't live outside of Harris Teeter or Whole Foods or certain kind of stores. They're a little out in the distance where you gotta have a car to drive and go spend that money at. We know our food. What's closer to us is Dollar General. Now, Dollar Generals are good though, but I've been hearing about the food in Dollar General. A lot of them are not outdated or close to being outdated. Yeah, close to being outdated. That's plain and simple. A lot of food that are sold there is good for the value as far as our pockets though, but the nutritional value that a lot of food that's sold there is not good for us. We know about fast food. We know that ain't good for us, but we still do the fast food. Our kids. I was telling my little boy the other day that a chicken nugget has 32 ingredients from the fast food place. I ain't gonna say which fast food place it is, cause you know how they got these things over there sue somebody quick. But it had 30. Okay, I seen the link. My bad. If anybody, like I said, I'm pots and pans today. My mother-in-law had a birthday dinner today. Happy birthday to Miss Pat Peterson, Patricia Peterson. If anybody see her on Facebook or whatever, tell her happy birthday. But I've been ripping and running, and I'm gonna put the number to the show on the screen. So if anybody want to call in, besides chatting, you can call in and give your opinion on the show. But give me a second to set it up though. But like I was saying though, we know the food killing us. I mean, that ain't no kind of secret to it. That ain't. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second to put this up. I don't want to talk. Come on now. Okay. Yeah, we know the food killing us, but the food is cheap. That's why we're buying it. Okay, like I said just now, I don't want to say the name of the fast food though, but they chicken nuggets got 32 ingredients in a chicken nugget. It should have what? 3 ingredients: seasoning salt, flour, and a damn chicken. I don't see how they get 32 ingredients though, but it comes cheaper. Well, no. We know that they got chemicals in the food to make it addictive. It worked on us in high school. It worked on us. It's working on our kids too. That smell, that scent triggers something in their brain that makes them want to go get it. Plain and simple. There's no food you can cook at your house that smells like a McDonald's hamburger or French fries. Okay, those chemicals. That's why it's so top secret on on how their food comes out, on where they grow it at. I heard stories about the potatoes. We know it's top secret. We know it's something fishy and funny or whatever though, but we are like for the money, we gotta buy it and give it to our kids. I'm guilty of it too. I try not to, but I'm guilty of it. How they force you to go ahead to the grocery store, I mean to the fast food, the prices in the grocery store is high as hell. So you gotta go. Um, Let me try to change the screen. Sorry about that. I don't mean to slow it up though, but the food killing us, the medicine killing us, stress killing us. We know those things. Something to about it or not. Okay. Our RK, he running for well, he was running for president. He just came out this week, matter of fact, like he came up with something new, talking about the industrial complex, how they making us sick, keeping us sick with the food and stuff, and the schools, the institutions, the pharmaceutical companies, whatever. And the people on the news is eating it up like he said something, like he just invented sliced bread. We've been talking about that for what, 20, at least 20 years, about this medicine is like a bad mechanic. It'll fix one thing and it hurts something else. So it has side effects. And we all know, as hopefully we all know, that God put a plant on this earth that'll cure all man's diseases. Oh, I gotta hook the phone up. That'll cure all man's diseases. You might have heard me say it before. If you go out of this country, first thing they make sure is that when you come back on a boat, plane, whatever, you don't have no seeds with you. No seeds, no plants. They want us here in America. We have to stay on their pharmaceutical pills, even though it has a side effect, even though it's kill is. I don't know what I can say on this YouTube thing. I need a fair use patch up there, but I know I'm gonna say it anyway. But yeah, the pills killing us. Okay, we are a natural being. Our bodies is natural. We can live. God gave our mothers milk to sustain us until we get a certain age, and we can eat solid foods. We can live without all this technology and stuff. We've done it for thousands and thousands of years, and they know that. But that's why, and they know it's a plant on this earth that cure any of man diseases. But they're keeping us from those plants because it's a big, big billion-dollar industry of the pharmaceutical schools like Duke, UNC Chapel Hill, all those schools. They need us to get sick. And the reason I say us is because we are able, like I said, we are able though, but many of us, because of democratic policies, are easier to get Medicaid and Medicare. And that's like a free check to a lot of doctor's office. And, you know, for a long time, many of us were scared to go to the hospital with a dislocated toe, pinky toe, because we knew that if they saw that we had some kind of Medicaid or real good insurance, they're gonna keep us in there and use that insurance. And they still do it today. I feel that way. They still do it today. Okay. The number for the show is 910-874-6785. Uh, I had someone just text me and say they called it though, but the phone is right here beside me. Stress kills too. As a black man leaving his house, he gotta make enough money to pay his bills. He gotta make enough money to last for the next week or whatever. He got to hope that he don't get stopped by the police and have no kind of interaction with the police. Yeah, caller, can you hear me? Hey, caller, can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me? Caller, I hear you in the background. Can you hear me? Hold up. I'm sorry. Hey, caller, can you hear me?
Yeah, caller, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, son.
You gotta turn something off. I got an echo. But you got your TV or your computer on or
Caller, can
something?
you hear me? Yo, can you hear me? Caller, I hear you in the background. Can you hear me? Look, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. I gotta figure that out with the phone line. I don't know what happened. I could hear him in the background, but I couldn't get him to speak. Like I say, I'm figuring out though, but y'all just hang with me. Yeah, caller, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's me, Bay Paul.
Name and where you calling from? Gotta say, player.
Son, it's me. What's good with you, Bay Paul?
What's going on, Sam? So you know you live on the air, right?
Yeah, I know I got to limit it. I know I
What's on your mind, man? All right.
same old joint that you're speaking about, with reference towards food and everything. You understand?
Mhm.
With the USDA and everything, man, we the only country, not only for the United States, but the only people, man, that we don't really monitor our food. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in every other country, they monitor their food. You understand? Their food has to come from a natural resources. Where here in the United States, if they say it's able for a person to consume, it's able to be edible. Do you understand what I'm saying? When it comes to the fact that like the coloring and all the foods and stuff,
Mm.
and you say, "Oh, I see a red apple." All that stuff been banned years ago, but they're using it again. Now, if you look at a new study that they're doing right about now, they're getting ready to try to make plastics into a form of vanilla ice cream. This might sound like conspiracy joints, but these joints is for real. That's transpiring.
Hey, Sam,
You ever
Sam.
notice when you put an ice cream bowl inside of the sink and cut the water on, what makes it lather up like that? You feel what I'm saying? When they come to you wanting to go to the store and buy these meats and things of this nature, they're not real meat. You have to understand, chicken never really exists. Chicken comes from wild birds and vultures mixed together. You understand? That's why the chicken eat anything on the doggone ground, son. You follow what I'm saying? They'll eat each other because it's like a vulture thing.
Hey, you know
You
what,
feel what I'm
Sam?
saying?
And that you mentioned that. I was looking at news the other day, and they opened up people's brains doing something, and they noticed that a lot of our brains now that they open it up has like a thin layer of plastic. It's plastic getting in our cranium. The plastic is in our DNA almost. I don't know how it's getting there though, but also we eating it whatever though. But just last week, it was plastic, little small, tiny plastic particles in a person's brain cavity. And also, like you're talking about those red apples, whatever, those cherries ain't that red. We do a lot of stuff to our food so to be pretty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sugar, natural sugar is brown, but we dyed in chlorine so to be white because they think, white is bright, is white is right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of stuff to our food with food coloring and stuff like that other countries don't even accept our food.
our consumption is, it's off the radar, son. A lot of things that we put inside ourselves, all the way from childhood, from being inside the mama's womb, because at this rate right now, a majority of mamas can't eat peanuts due to the fact that their children are allergic to peanuts and they not knowing it inside the womb. Then when they turn to the point and breastfeed their kids in turn has allergic reaction, and what happened? Their larynx swell up, they can't breathe, no oxygen to the brain. Then you got a retarded baby with an allergy.
Why do you think this is, Sam? I mean, whenever you was growing up, there wasn't a whole lot of kids with all the allergies and can't eat this, can't
It
smell that.
wasn't never like that. So when I was growing up, son, on straight word, it used to be to the point. If you drop something on the ground, it was a 5 second rule. Dirt don't hurt. Put it in your mouth and let it work.
No
You
doubt.
understand? That's what we used to say.
Hmm.
But now a whole bunch of this stuff is mainly focusing on the kids. Like, take for instance, Takis. These kids lose their mind off of them little things, and they extremely hot.
Oh
But
yeah,
then you
like
know
a purple
what
pack.
happens to the kids? The kids have gastro problems, digestive problems.
Oh, they in the purple bag, right?
Yeah, and the
Ah,
kids
I'm thinking,
end up
yeah.
having they end up having digestive problems and things of that nature. Because if you ever notice, this day and age, everything that you purchase is hot. You buy chips, hot. You buy chicken wings, hot. Everything
Hmm.
is hot, 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 hot. And the reason they make all that here, your gastric system, but you have to understand this. If you don't know nothing else about this world, your gastric system is your first brain. You feel what I'm saying? The reason I say it's your first brain because everything has to go through it. You understand what I'm saying? And go through a level of production and procedure and stuff like that before it moves through the body. Then second brain comes to be your respiratory system. You understand? You eat too much of stuff that don't make your body feel good. What you end up doing? You end up burping, gagging, throwing up. Next thing you know, it goes to your brain. Your brain is your consciousness where you steady reaching for that stuff and no, it's no good for you. Half the stuff that you eat right now is garbage. And the funny thing about it is, if you are homeless and go to a McDonald's or a Hardy, I'm sorry if I'm using these names, but if you go in a trash can and get food out, you can be locked up for stealing because that food is still their property. So regardless of how you eat, you're still a prisoner.
Yeah, they better throw it away than give it to a
They
homeless
throw it
person.
away and still make money off of it. A
True.
person that works inside the restaurant get charged. We'll just give you 5% off, 10% off, but you can go on home with it. And you just take it home trash to feed your kids with. Now, when it comes to a factor of farming, really think about what transpired with the black farmers. The black farmers couldn't trade amongst American farmers. You understand? So they reached out and went to China. Well, when they started having their soybeans and everything coming from China, man, them beans wasn't growing. Them beans was garbage. Same thing they did in Africa. When jokers wanted to grow sugar canes and everything, China said, well, we gonna send you this over here. And they planted them seeds, ain't nothing grow. And then if you look and take enough time to pay attention to all the agriculture things that's around here within the United States, all the agriculture is brought up by Chinese. Fields and everything are brought up by Chinese. If you pay attention to it, all the areas that they brought farmland from is next to all our bases, military bases, nuclear, all that. They all within inside of it. So of course they're gonna keep you poisoned. They're gonna keep you limited in every mind, in every sense of mind. They gonna and all this woke crap. People, you ain't woke because you're still doing the same doggone dumb stuff. You still letting individuals state to you what it is that you can consume, what it is you can have. Like you mentioned policies. Well, what happened to laws? What happened to your constitution? What happened to your amendments? What happened to your status? What happened to all that? Now jokers that got enough money can sit behind back doors and make policies and say, hey, I don't want a person to have this, they ain't gonna get nothing. But what about the law of the land and the law of the man? Same thing you spoken about in reference towards women and relationships, cheating and all this and that. Man, that's been going on for centuries on top of centuries.
True that, Sam. But a lot of people ain't stable when it comes to relationship, and they need some advice. Everybody didn't grow up with an OG or uncle or a big brother that did it before them. And for yourself, if you got to been in love with somebody for since high school, and then they've been together for 20, 30 years, and then she ended up cheating on him, what that fool might do?
Kill himself or kill her and the dude.
That's why I'm here to tell him don't do that. Yeah, that's
But
why
it
I'm
ain't worth
here.
it, son. It ain't worth it because let me tell
Exactly.
you something. If you've been together over 30 years, before you even got together, you had to take each other from somebody. You feel what I'm saying? How did y'all get to know each other?
Mm, you could
You
be.
understand? Unless you had to be to the attempt to, put yourself out there and say, hey, come look at me. I'm the best choice. And that person cheat on you. That's just like every relationship. Me as a man, I'm gonna tell you what I do when I get in a relationship with a chick. When I get in a relationship with a chick, I'm gonna tell them straightforward. Yo, if it wasn't for my baby mamas, if it wasn't for my first love and all this and that, you wouldn't have the good man that you have. But see, they don't want that. They want the dog. You understand? Because they can't control the dog. A dog is going to run rampant the same way they want to run rampant. It's
But
just
they don't want to get
excuses.
cheated on though.
To me, cheating
I feel
is
you.
for
Cheating
games.
don't make sense because it ain't a
Cheating is for
game.
games. That's
Yeah,
where the
cheat.
word
I said the
cheating goes.
same thing. Cheating for
Games.
games.
You understand? And it's a code. You have to have a code before you can cheat on a game. Back in the days, we used to call that cheesing. Whenever Sega Genesis and Nintendo's out, and a mofo will keep doing the same shot, making a point. Son, you cheesing. Because all they doing is looking at you smiling. You got the code. I don't have the code. You know why I don't have the code and don't need the code? Because I live on reality. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Well, I'm gonna hold on to someone or something that ain't meant to be. If you put, it's like
Hey
an
Sam.
investment.
Hey, can you either hold on or call back in like 2 minutes? Let me go use the bathroom right quick. I'm gonna put a commercial on. This is my man, Black Cheese. This movie been out though, but for everybody who's listening, if you want to check
What
it out,
Blicker? You get ready to
ye-
put up Blicker
yeah,
or
just if I
nigga?
can, yeah, just if I can use the bathroom right quick though. But hopefully everybody can get it
All
and
right,
see it.
Ted, I'll hit you back in 2 minutes, so.
Yeah. All right.
One love, big Paul. Be easy.
I'll be right back and use the bathroom right quick for that.
Please don't let me be sick.
Boy, get your ass to that.
You been acting weird lately. Talk to your boy, man.
I promise. I'll turn my life around for the better.
Damn.
Please don't have nothing. I promise. Have sex with nobody else but Matt.
You want to come over later?
Huh? You can come, you can hear me. Who's Tammy, Tamika, and Tasha?
Bless me, Lord, even though I'm a sinner.
Yo, I beat old girl. Back out.
I'm going to take all that white boy's money.
Through you, all things are possible.
Go on, get to that.
Mike,
Wait, Mike.
I'm gonna kill you, Mike.
Mike.
Yes, Maxine Jenkins, please.
Amen.
Sorry about that. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about the player. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Stop sharing. Okay, if anybody that has the balls or brave enough, and if anybody is brave enough, you see on the screen right there the HTP, whatever it is called. But if you want to be on the show and you got a phone that you allow the camera access and microphone access, you can be on the show. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Had to go. I got a caller. My man Sam calling back. All right.
Yeah,
Like I
don't worry
say,
about it, man. Don't worry about it.
if anybody want to be on the show, like far as your face on the show right here beside me, that's the thing I type in right there as far as being on the show. You can be on the show so people can see your face and you can talk. But I understand a lot of people are shy or whatever. They too shy to even call in, Sam. But
Oh, I ain't shy. I'm saving right now. So when I get up on that screen, I'm going to be proper because I might bag a chick that might make her want to cheat on her man.
Sam, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get everybody just to relax and just talk, and you know what I'm saying? Because people talk in the barbershops or on phone anyway about, you know what I'm saying, about bullshit. If you got an opinion about something, let it be heard, you know what I'm saying? But
Shit, I don't have an opinion. I'm a motherfucker that knows facts. I'm 55 years of age. You understand? I
mhm.
done had best friends that consider themselves to be loyal to me, stab me in the back. And so all this right here, it don't mean nothing to me. You understand what I'm saying? I am who I am. I'm gonna speak the way I speak.
Now, Sam, how you feel about this, Sam? I said last show I had the reason why Trump won because he woke up a sleeping giant. Trump woke up the poor white people. I ain't talking about the East Coast. I ain't talking about the West Coast. I'm talking about in between there, the Kentucky, Louisiana, whatever. They finally came out and voted for the first time ever and got Trump in there. I don't know this time. Uh,
So you're gonna, for one, you're gonna have to be real easy when you speak about politics, due to the simple fact that you can get flashed because it's individuals that's listening that you think that's not listening, and they're gonna get to the point of saying that you know what you're a deterrent. You're weighing the people. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you speak in reference towards him as not being a president or anything like that, just voicing the general opinion, you have rights to do that. But don't put president in front
man,
of his name.
you ain't been looking
You
at on some of these
understand?
podcasts, have you? They
Yeah,
talk
I
cash.
got kicked off a
Yeah,
couple of these
but
mofos
don't.
and got some weird phone calls, son, on straight word.
Now, I wouldn't call nobody out their name though, but it's podcast that talk cash shit about Trump, about Harris. They call them out. Really though, Sam, if you ain't talking about them JEWs, you ain't talking about the alphabet family, whatever. Nah,
Them
they don't flag you.
alphabet folks, son, let me tell you something,
Now
man.
they don't flag you, but now those two things right
Them,
there,
them,
you get
them
flagged.
alphabet folks, they started in 1964. There was only three alphabets. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call them out, but it was only three alphabets that them jokers had. As time persisted on, them jokers that was in Congress and all this and that, senators and all that, things started coming to the light. You feel what I'm saying? There was more things happening behind closed doors than you can ever think about. You understand? Everybody talk about that eyes wide shut. That's been going on for a lengthy period of time, son. You feel what I'm saying? And now when it come to voting and things of that nature, it's your choice, you know. But at the same token, some people prefer to go through conspiracies, not really figuring out and coming to an understanding. Before the conspiracy, there had to be fact about it. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing, like you can hear the Caucasian speak in reference towards, their flag and this and that. Well, if you knowledge born and have knowledge of yourself, that's not their flag. You feel what I'm saying? That's an Indian flag that they took over. You feel what I'm saying? And they started putting a lot of things towards it. Because if you go overseas, they, not overseas, but like to different countries like Germany, Russia, and all that, they don't acknowledge the Caucasian, saying that they are the pure and all this. They don't acknowledge them. They don't acknowledge them at all. That's why they stay here. And see, people forget during the Civil War, you understand, you had the rich and the poor going against each other. But it was the brothers going against the brothers. I ain't talking about brothers of color. I'm talking about brothers that was, mayonnaise folks. You understand what I'm saying? And they beefed against each other and they really had no beef. You understand? It's just one brother went somewhere and excelled and got a little bit of paper. Another brother stayed where he was at. Y'all didn't have no farmland because y'all didn't know how to farm. They didn't know nothing about farming. All you had was potatoes and growing corn from what you stole and growing tobacco from what you stole on the land that you stole. Far as knowledge, you don't have no knowledge about anything. That's why they in times turn around and graft everything to be this and that. You understand what I'm saying to you, kid? Just like a sweet potato never existed. A sweet potato ain't no more than a carrot and a damn potato mixed together. That's all that is. That comes from grafting. You
And we
feel
had
what
like
I'm saying?
sometimes like we can't eat or live without eating meat. And if you think about it, a lot of stuff that we eat now, even like the chicken, it wasn't around thousands of years ago when our people was around here
No, it
living and
wasn't.
surviving for
It
thousands of years.
wasn't.
It wasn't no cow. I mean, those
Mm-mm.
things are yeah. So we
You know
and
where a cow come from, son? A cow comes from
teach me.
a wild bull and oh man, what is the other thing that they mixed their genes? It was a wild bull and something else that they mixed to make up the cow. Because, here in the United States, we the only one with cows. If you think about it, you understand? And if you remember what
Well, everybody else got
transpired,
oxes or something. They got oxes.
yeah, it was oxes and things that got the bulls and everything they spliced, they got mixed together. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what they made. It's like I'm gonna break it down to you, son, and you can look this up for yourself,
Oh,
man.
hold up though. Hold up. If anybody in the area, I mean, in the chat listening, if you know any food that is not, what's the word for it? Like broccoli.
It's
What's the
not
word for it?
original. It's not
That's not
original.
original. Please put in my chat for me. All right, Sam, go ahead.
All right, like okay, say for instance, man, if you go to a dairy, that's a farm where they have cows and stuff at, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you get ready to purchase meat and everything, it'll say, it'll tell you it's no MSG, it's no nothing in it, it's field raised and all this and that. Well, if you go to them farms, you got to remember this: a cow got four stomachs, son.
Mm-hmm.
They have cows in there where they got part of the stomach open. You understand? Where dudes stand there and feed them cows doggone hay and grass and everything. You understand what I'm saying? They say that hey, it's not fed with steroids or nothing that you pushing the joint inside the cow's stomach. The cow don't even know. All he's doing is churning, just churning, churning, churning. And when he churning, he end up making milk. What is milk? Milk ain't nothing but pus.
Mucus.
That's all
Yeah.
it is. And that's why our kids be growing up with scoliosis and humpbacks and all that stuff because they don't give their bones time enough to generate. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing you spoke about medication. All right, peep it now. If you take something in reference towards your heart, that means that you're taking Plavix or you're taking something, to keep the blood thin, right? Now, if you take that to keep the blood thin, then all of a sudden they're gonna say, hey, your cholesterol level is high. You got bad cholesterol. So they're gonna put something else inside of you. Then they're gonna be like, oh man, you got diabetes. Now, how are you gonna give me a pill to allow my blood to flow freely, but then give me another pill to make my arteries collapse where they get thin, where it has to process its own self out. So in actuality, all you're doing is strangling the body.
Experimenting.
Basically, because what do a doctor tell you 9 times out of 10 when they give you a medication? When they give you a medication, they be to the point where they say straightforward, oh, this is just a test. But then again, you stuck on this medication for the rest of your life while they study you and see how it take your behind out.
Well, check this
You
right here
feel
out,
what I'm
Sam.
saying?
I feel this way right here. I feel like a lot of us got doctors, and some of our doctors are from Africa or they're Indian or whatever, right? Now we could open up the gates for doctors from other countries to come to America and work. But see, the problem with that is, if too many of them come, they're gonna lower the price of what doctors are getting paid already. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, they keep a certain number of doctors can come from outside this country to America every year. So they keep the number of doctors at a scarcity so they can charge more for the visits. But there are doctors in
No, brother.
Africa and
No,
air,
no.
whatever.
Keep
They can
it.
most,
Keep
most
it.
people
Not
got
to cut
got
you off, son. Not
African
to
doctors
cut you off.
already.
Pardon me, but I ain't cutting you off, son.
Mm-hmm.
If you go and look up in reference towards medical, what is that, WebMD and all them other sites,
Mm-hmm.
don't you know at this present time that inside of the medical field, there are more Black American women inside of the medical field than there is foreigners. And there's companies that invest in these individuals. Okay, right. I ain't trying to give them a shout out, but they got this new thing called Oak Oak Street Wellness. Well, if you go there, son, it ain't nothing but female doctors. They all well versed. They got their masters, their degrees on every type of level, and they're taking care of the individual, the older, the youth, and everything. But the funny thing about it is you have to go deep to see who sponsored them. Now, if you go deep to see who sponsored them, it's CVS. When CVS started closing down all their pharmaceuticals and their stores and stuff, they had to get to the point that we have to have wellness with inside of that community. You feel what I'm saying? Because being of a person of color, we can heal ourselves regardless of the facts. Right? We can heal ourselves, and the way that we able to heal ourselves is because the melanin that's inside of us. That's why when we get up under that sun, We get that vitamin D, that vitamin B, our ribose, and all that gets to a higher level, and we're able to heal faster. You feel what I'm saying? Because we are of the earth.
No
You
doubt.
feel what I'm saying? But the medication that you're getting, it's no more than placebos. If I tell you this is going to make you feel good, you're going to wake up every morning and take that same doggone pill when you can just change your diet up, you understand, and find what best fits you inside your life. You
All
understand
right.
what
Well,
it
since
is?
we on the subject of medicine, I was reading in the paper the other day that this president, I don't know his name, the president of Kenya, for $6.8 million, which is nothing far as American money, he has given Bill Gates permission for this new, I want to pull it up, this new national ID card, but it's not a card.
It's like a
Basically,
little thing they
all the
inject
infants,
inside of you.
whoever gonna be born this starting in 2025, all babies in Kenya are gonna have the chip. And the chip,
He been doing that.
hmm,
Let me tell you, Bill Gates been doing that for years on top of years. He's been doing that with studies. Him and his wife, for one, he sent his wife over there. You understand what I'm saying? And you
hmm.
got when he sent his wife over there, it was supposed to make peace because it's a white lady, yada yada, this, that, and the third. She went over there. She made peace with him. She went to the little, not nurseries, but to the outdoor hospitals and stuff, and promised, hey, I can find a way that your child can be better. You feel what I'm saying? And once they get them little things inside of them, you understand, well and believe that's true, they become property. You feel what I'm saying? Just like what Fauci. Boom, everybody took I mean, this might be a conspiracy, but it's my understanding. Fauci took and said, hey, I'm a patent this drug. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he made a
And you're
killing.
supposed to stop COVID. Well, he patented a drug, and everybody that got that COVID shot became his property. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing like Ebola. When before COVID, you had Ebola, and then it's like, oh, Ebola is, it's an airborne type thing that make you sick. Ebola is not airborne. Ebola comes from the ground. It's not airborne. You have to ingest it. You feel what I'm saying? Just like
So
that.
is AIDS real?
Huh?
Is AIDS real or that another one?
AIDS is to me and my understanding, AIDS was made. You feel what I'm saying? And but you got to remember and come to understanding of this. Every disease, virus, or whatever that comes through the world and the country, they always say it started in Africa. They
That's
blame the Africans for everything, but you had before COVID, you had what you call him, Pachi, whatever his name is, over there and Seoul, and him and his doctor got together and made up this little thing that goes inside of rats, and the rats was dying. They gave this doctor over so many millions of dollars. You understand to see how it would do to a community who can carry it and things of that nature. That's why I got to the point nobody don't funk with Sun no more because it was a game. You understand? It's a game of germ warfare. That's all it basically is, man. You understand what I'm saying? They're telling you to look out for these little bugs, look out for this and that. How can COVID all of it sudden starts in 2000 what? Not two, was it 2018,
it
19 when
was
it started?
like the last year of Trump and then the first year of Biden. Like
But how long
About
have
16?
Lysol?
No,
Keep
20.
this thing. How long had Lysol been on the market?
Forever.
Since we was little, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you read the back of Lysol is saying it stops COVID. This is before COVID came. Now, think about this, son, when you used to travel. When you used to travel and you got ready to get into New Jersey and stuff, and you would go past them freight trains and all that,
Mhm.
you remember you used to see the word COVID on the side of it?
Can't really remember. Can't really
If you
say.
think about it, see, this is how germs and stuff get passed
Okay.
when they take them trains and they go through them. That's how it gets spreaded on the highway and everywhere. You understand? It's equivalent to like dirty bombs. You know, before you understand the towers blew up. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Individuals did a test where they took and went to New York and filled a light bulb up with motherfucking little disease shit in it, threw it on the track. And when it popped on the track, before the train would come to the next station, the wind would push all of that shit down. That's when motherfuckers started getting a whole bunch of flu and stuff like that. You understand? Individuals test and work on you all day, from food to your kid to your friends to your family. It,
Oh,
it,
it's a
it's
war on us now.
and personally, let me tell you something, son. I lived a good life, and I'm happy. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I know as time progresses, and I continuously speak and be out there in the world and do what I do. In due time, if I go to the hospital, I know I ain't coming home. Because I already know when you share enough knowledge, they make sure they erase your ass. And I
Mhm.
ain't scared of it, son. They done put me in prison. They done did everything they can do to me. But you ain't lock up my mind and you ain't lock up my heart. I got more for 15 goddamn stints in my heart, right?
Mhm.
Knowledge came to the point of understanding in the mid 1990s, 1991, 92. They did a medical study. They said when they put the stints inside your heart, it takes 5 years off your life. Well, damn it, I got 15 and I'm 55.
Mhm.
I ain't going nowhere yet, damn it.
I hear that. Well, check this
Cause
out,
you gonna
Sam.
get me on some get me on. I'm gonna tell you not to hold you up, son,
Mhm.
but get me on shit that I do. Get me on some gangster shit.
No doubt. Now, like I said, for everybody who's listening, you can call in. I got a two-way. I'll switch over, or I can if you have an opinion on something, the number is on the board. I got probably about 30 more minutes, Sam. So I'm gonna go ahead with the show. And if you wanna comment on what I'm talking about, just go ahead and comment. But one topic that I want to talk about is school segregation. Now,
Oh, you see
far
it
as
coming
me,
back, don't you, son? You see it coming back.
far as me, that was in a lot of ways one of the worst things that happened to us. Segregating in the first place. Um, we lost a lot of black teachers during the segregation time because once they joined together, white kids were not letting black teachers teach their kids. So a lot of them had to find other jobs in libraries, try to be a counselor. Some of them had to go to janitor. Some of them had just lost their job. But we lost a lot of black teachers during that time. And some of them did get hired at the school because classes that was mostly black, they was there because the white teacher was, kind of scared or whatever, blah, 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 though. But a lot of our teachers lost jobs and careers. A lot of our neighborhoods went down ever since then. A lot of our kids are
Let
less
me tell you,
educated.
it's not about the kids. It's about self preservation and self perseverance. Let me tell you something.
It's not about the
A
kids.
lot of y'all, well, this is a kid. I'm gonna speak to you in reference towards my child life. In my child life, when I went to Bladen Elementary, they thought I was the worst of the worst. You vibe what I'm saying, you cut. But in times they put me in the library. When they put me in the library and I started learning the Dewey Decimal System, facts, fiction, nonfiction, and all that stuff, that teacher that was in there was a well, she wasn't a teacher, she was a librarian. She was a Caucasian lady by the name of Miss Bryant. That lady took me to the back room, son, and showed me a thesaurus. When that woman showed me that big ass 1,000 and 2,000 page thesaurus, she changed my entire life, son. Do you understand?
But this is probably
Because
like 40 years after segregation. I'm talking about during segregation.
during
Those kids,
segregation, they didn't lose. They didn't lose. Son,
that ain't what
believe
they
me when
saying.
I say they
Try
did
to pull
not.
it up.
They didn't. The kids didn't lose because what happened? All right.
They changed the education
If
on,
you
on, on
go
what they
back,
was getting
think
taught.
about the 40s. Think about the 40s.
Think about the brainwashing of their history that they was taught.
No, son, really think about this. Really, really think about it. And I ain't trying to be controversial with you, but think about this. When segregation came forth, you understand, and it allowed black kids and white kids to go to the school together. Think about this. You had kids of color that sat home, you understand, and were school trained at home, knowing their history, knowing their ancestors, knowing everything, having knowledge born of knowledge of self. And then when they was able to get into the school system and mingle amongst the Caucasians started teaching them about who they were. So
Sam,
what
we
we
always
had
had
to
black schools, man. We had Booker T. Washington. We had the Paul Brown School was the middle school. We had black schools. We built our own schools.
yeah, but they all what it
We
is.
didn't need to go to their school.
You can't have see that's where the conflict come up.
We built our own colleges.
Knowledge is knowledge, and you have to be to the point of sharing it. Yeah,
This
they
is
gonna be some bad
you
stories.
talking
They
about
gonna
now though. Back then they wasn't. If you think they were just so openly to share the knowledge with them young black kids that came to school and they didn't teach them, they didn't treat them no different back then. Shit.
well, these young kids don't want to go to school
What
and
young
don't
kids?
want to be
My
to the
daddy grew up in a
point
black
of
school. My mama went to a
segregation.
all black school.
Do you know why they don't want to? They really don't want. I'm gonna tell you something, man, and this is just my opinion. A black kid ain't gonna go this day and age, 2024, 2022, 2021. Kids of color are not going to want to go to school because think of how they disrespect you now. The reason they disrespect you now is due to the simple fact you didn't do shit then to stop them. You didn't do shit to put them to the point of showing them respect, admiration, loyalty, living life to its fullness. You understand? You didn't do what it took to pull a family off the drugs and things of that nature. So these kids, they're gonna be about a new change, and they're gonna be rebellious.
I don't rate all kids as inner city kids. Most kids don't grow up with somebody in the house on drugs or somebody in the house doing this bad stuff, whatever. They don't. I mean, if you're in the inner city, but most black kids don't live in the inner city. Yes, a lot of them in the cities though, but we everywhere. And when you group them together like they don't want to do this, they don't want that, you kind of base that off of the worst of the worst. Nah.
To a degree, but see, the way I was raised up, all my from Brooklyn all the way to East New York, Bed-Stuy, Queens, and all that, we was family oriented, and we was taught. You understand? I don't want to seem like I'm jumping off the course, but we always taught. You understand? Education was key. See, now I ain't gonna be to the point and say I was a mischievous, fucked up type of child because I was a GT student, whether you know it or not. I used to be a GT student, gifted and talented, but I got bored. You understand? Because I was taught so much throughout life. So I was living life at the age of more freaking 7, 8. You feel what I'm saying? But these kids, this day and age, don't have no responsibility. You understand? And so what they want to do, they want to be their own thing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why as you keep things that transpire inside of life, countries are going to get to the point where they, where states are going to get to the point where they're going to secede from different states because of the educational problem, due to the simple fact of the kids. The kids are going to bring forth the new utopia. You feel what I'm saying? Because the war is already going on. It just ain't being televised, but the war is going on. And these kids, we say they disrespectful, but shit, you think you wasn't disrespectful when you was little? I don't give a damn
No.
whether you was grown in the city or if you was grown in the country. And see if you was grown in the
Nah,
country.
in the country a little different now. In the country a little different.
Now, peep this though.
In the
If you
country,
was raised in the country, you sat around a bunch of old people all day shelling peas and doing butter
mm,
beans and cropping tobacco
but
and
see,
listening to them
that's your idea
complaining
of it
about their situation.
because you grew up in New York. That's like somebody from down here saying if you grew up in the city, all you did was walk around the streets all day stealing and stuff.
No,
That's the
no,
worst of
no. Let me tell
the
you
same thing
something. I
about
grew up,
shelling
that's
peas.
one
Same thing.
thing. No, that's one thing I can say, man.
That
Inside
might
of
be
life.
you that didn't do it, but that don't mean a lot
Yeah,
of motherfuckers
you
wasn't
have
doing
a
it.
choice. You have a choice where you can straddle the fence. And it depends on you, regardless of your age. It's your maturity. I don't give a damn if you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you got that maturity of knowing what it is you want and you have that drive towards life, you're gonna put yourself in the best level that you can put yourself in. Because for one, regardless of what side of the fence you're gonna be on, you're gonna hear motherfuckers complain. And if you're complaining, what the hell are you doing to make it right? If you're still complaining, just like the youth today, they saying, hey, y'all still complaining, but what are y'all doing? Now, what do you do? They eliminate each other. You understand? Because they say, hey, you're not the warriors that we're going to need in due time when it's time for this war. That's just me speaking gangster. But in actuality, you understand, you're still going to need a nerd to help you figure out how to maneuver. That's just life. That's just how I live. That's how I am. You can love it, like it, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, all you can do is say your opinion and what you saw growing up. But as far as
That's
saying
it.
what most or whatever, people can't do that. I mean, it's just as crazy as the biblical days. It's people that were living way across country, across the world, and you think that everybody knew about this person walking around, you know what I'm saying, doing this and doing that, you know what I'm saying? People, time is infinite. Everybody doing everything at one time. So just because you see things in your world, that don't mean that that's the way it's going on, you know what I'm saying, somewhere else.
But
But
think about this, son. Think about this. Really, 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 really think about this. As time has persisted from the early 2000s, right? Where have more pyramids been found at?
I mean, you probably
Here in the United States, here in states like Mississippi, Louisiana,
it's a big one in Alaska
Florida.
too. They found a big one in Alaska too.
They're finding a whole bunch of pyramids, right?
Hmm.
And you say the world. Well, have you ever traveled the world?
Travel the world? Hell no.
Have you ever traveled the world?
I've traveled, but not traveled the world. No,
Yeah, you traveled this world.
I
You
ain't going to
traveled.
Russia. If I could go to Russia, I ain't going to
No,
Russia. But I ain't
Russia,
traveled the
where
world.
all of them, who say that them places is distance away from you?
I ain't say that. It's
Who can say they distance? When I mean by distance, when you get on a plane, they say, oh, it take you 23 hours. When you get on a plane and you travel 23 hours, they're going to say you got to do a layover. When you do a layover, what do? You revert back to a town that you flew over. You understand? To go to a town or a country that you're about to go visit. You ain't really been no place. You traveled the world. You ain't been no place. You feel what I'm saying? Why you think when it comes to the Grand Canyon, can't nobody go there? You know why you can't go to the Grand Canyon?
Why is
Because it's
that?
a straight walk to Africa.
What Grand Canyon you talking about?
Huh? The Grand Canyon here
Arizona.
in the United States and Colorado. You can walk the damn
My brother
Grand
went like 2
Canyon.
years ago.
Huh?
My brother went on Carlos and took
Oh, he
pictures.
was on the top of it, but he didn't get to go down in the canyon and travel.
Oh, no, I don't believe he wanted to do that. No.
And it's just like, if you look at, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you up.
Mhm.
If you look at certain areas, right, and you look at a mountain and you look at a canyon has, things that look like molehills. Do you know what they truly was back in the back centuries ago? I mean, a long time ago.
What's that?
Those were trees, son. Those would look things up, man. If we look up the
Don't nobody know
petrified
everything,
soil,
man.
huh?
Don't nobody know everything. I'm learning
No,
from
I
you.
don't. I don't. I'm still
Yeah.
learning.
So we say look
I'm
things
still,
up. I'm learning from you. So after you tell me, I'll look it up though. But I'm learning. So I ain't know trees could move. Threw me off.
hell yeah.
Threw me the
Don't,
hell off. Uh-uh.
son, I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. This
No,
is a
I mean move,
very
move.
thing that I love, kid. Everything I love, my moms, my pops, my grandma, my grandpops. Son, where I live at, it's a whole bunch of trees. Sometimes the breeze don't even be blowing. This is word to God, man. I get out here and I talk to the trees. This is
Mm-hmm.
word to God, son. Them jokers, they vibrate. And you was taught this when you was little. You understand? When you used to have to go to your grandma's house and they had all them plants around in there,
Yeah.
and you hear your grandma talking, she talking to them plants, and them plants will flourish like it was nothing. You remember when you used to go to your grandma's house and they had that angel plant that will grow all through the damn house like a damn vine, son?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was talking to them, showing them love. And at that same token, they was giving you oxygen for your body and your brain.
Okay, Sam, I'm gonna let you go, but before I let you go, give me give me one word that you would give for advice. I don't know who to say to the young people, to all people, or to okay.
Just one word,
No, like what I'm saying,
a phrase, or a word.
yeah, like a sentence, I mean a paragraph, whatever. On your
I
closing
would
statement.
just,
Closing statement.
to be honest, I would just say one word, and that's strive. Just strive, man.
No
That's
doubt.
all you can do. Strive for the best, accept the worst, and make it the best out of whatever you can make it the best out of.
No, big
That's
words,
all
right, man. Big words right there, man. All right, Sam, I appreciate it, man. And Sam, like I said, I'll be here every Friday and Saturday, man. So call back though, man. All right.
All right, now, busy.
No doubt. I appreciate that, Sam. Anybody else that want to call, you know the number by now. I don't know what this is saying, but the number is overly captioned. Okay, I'm sorry. The number is on the board right there. Let me get rid of Sam. He's staring at me too hard right now. Okay. Like I say, it's been. Come on back. Show me that. Like I say, it's been over an hour now. Sam can talk. I see that. Know what I'm saying? So, but it's good hearing from Sam. Good hearing from Sam. Good hearing from Sam. We losing people left and right. So anytime you hear from anybody that you ain't seen in a while, it's good to hear from them. Good to hear from them. Funeral. Now I'm saying that we're losing people. My friend and my cousin, their father funeral was today. Preacher. Uh, my cousin or my man Tater, that was his pops. DJ and John Lewis. Sorry for y'all lost. Another friend or cousin they buried today is Count Riggins. Sean Rika, I'm sorry for your loss, baby. Real sorry for your loss. And we gotta spread love while we here. Okay, stop leaving people with an argument or your face balled up. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much to say, okay, you got that one, whatever, even though they are wrong. Okay, because people are leaving here. I don't have no announcements of anybody being born. Usually, hopefully, it cancels out, but If you have anybody that you know had a baby recently, you can put it in the comment, and I put it on the board. But yeah, that was a little long winded with my boy Sam. I ain't seen Sam in a long time. And Sam, you know, back then you was a wild boy. So don't ever like, know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have been smart though, and you when your ass got bored, you got bored. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. Cause I never forget, like coming down from up top, know what I'm saying? Me and Sam cousins, know what I'm saying? And like everybody got one of them cousins that soon they see you, if you club or something, you know what I'm saying? I guess cause you smaller than them. Oh, ain't nobody bothering you? Who is it? Ain't nobody bothering me, man. But Sam was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Good dude though. Good dude. I had a uh I want to talk about too, right quick. The word wankster. We talk about the word wankster. We use that word wankster in around here since about 30, 40 years now. And I thought about it. A wankster in high school are successful now. The one that was so-called cool and had to be cool in high school, struggle. Struggle or it took them a long time to be cool. I mean to be successful. Any kid that's in school right now or just graduated, I advise you, just if you're not in school, no college, whatever, go to a community college, 2 years, take a trade, get a van, put your name on the side of that van and work for yourself. Try it. If you have kids, they're gonna work for you and your business is gonna grow. But I ain't advising people. So people say go get a job, hall factory, this and that, whatever. If you don't have no kids or you don't have no child support, and you can go to school for 2 years, you're gonna be for 2 years anyway. If you plan on dying in 2 years, then don't listen to me. But if not, go there for 2 years. Electrician, plumbing, brick mason, carpentry, general contract, a lot of stuff. I always say it too. Police officer. We need black police officer. Good black police officer. All y'all boys that's in a gang and love toting a gun, before you get that felony charge, go to a Bladen Tech or the community college and take the BLET test, basic law enforcement test. Okay? It'll change your life and it'll change your family life. Because you got nephews and little brothers and little cousins that are looking up to you. Even though you ain't working, you just gang banging, not gang banging, that's so corny though, but you in a gang or whatever, they still looking up to you. Change your life for the better. A person your age ain't gonna tell you the best advice because they haven't been through it. They haven't seen it. Older people will tell you. So go for your dreams. You ain't dreaming to be doing what you're doing. All it's gonna end up doing with that gun in your hand, you're gonna end up pulling that trigger or somebody gonna put a trigger on you. That ain't your life. If you had dreams of being a doctor, a lawyer, a pilot, or whatever, try it. Life is about trying stuff. You go through life trying to find that perfect job. Get different jobs though, and one job gonna stick. You're gonna have different girlfriends. One girlfriend gonna stick. And when you look up, it's 20, 30 years later, and that's life. You did something, but just sitting around doing the same thing over and over, don't do that. You're wasting your life. You're waiting for something bad to happen. Come up with a plan and do that plan. If you got another grown man, if you call yourself a grown man, can tell you what to do, chances are of you making it is gonna be real, real, real hard. Because first of all, the average person don't respect you as a man if another man can tell you what to do. Texas. Be careful with your Texas. Texas could mean one thing. Somebody could say, hey, can you give me a ride to the store? You text back right quick, no. That no could look like no. Fuck. And then there's a little beef, okay? We got to start communicating. Yeah. Pick up the phone, hear somebody's voice. If there's a problem with somebody, now there are some dudes I know, if they hear anything or some problem with whatever, they call on your phone or they come to see you face to face. And that's how it should be. If you ain't got the balls or the cojones to say whatever to somebody's face, don't be a thumb thug. Social media is exposing a lot of people. It exposes a lot of people. It expose you if you're a thumb thug. It'll expose you if you, what's the word for it? You take 75 Sophie, 75 selfies in one day from different angles. Social media got its way of showing your inner you. Showing your inner you. Okay, so be careful whenever you're on social media. And like I said, communication can stop a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of a lot of conflicts, a lot of fights. People in prison now because of not communicating. They hear something from somebody, there's probably a gospel, whatever, they're taking off. What's up? What's up? Not communicating. Drive-by shooting, not communicating. A lot of them scared to fight, but not communicating is the main thing. One more thing, you don't have to vote for president. If you have morals or you just don't feel right or you tired of the line from both sides or whatever, you ain't got to vote for president. You can vote for everybody on down. Okay? And if these local politicians don't want to come tell you what they're going to do for you, don't vote for them either. Like here where I stay at, we need local parks in every so-called community or town, mostly communities. We need parks. Clarkton, they got a park now. The park been there forever. They took the swings away. The pole's still there. The hooks where the chain's supposed to go is still there. They took the swings away. So it's basically just a merry-go-round, a tennis court, and a sliding board. The best park is distance away where, so you have to get in your car and drive to go to the park. The average person ain't going to do that. They do it every now and then. There's one set of goals, basketball goals at that park. That start a fight too. But if you local councilman or whatever, we the people need to push for whatever we want. We want something, we got to ask for it. Everybody deserves our vote, need to offer us something. That's what everybody else do. Okay? I ain't going to get into Democrats just voting for somebody just because they skin color. That's crazy. Okay? Just because you brown, I make you a sister or a brother. Like I said, I ain't gonna hold you up too long because my man called in and he helped me out tonight with some stuff. I might do one tomorrow night right before the Sunday night football game. Hope your team won. First week of the playoff of 2024-25 season. And the Eagles won last night. And the first game of the season, the Chiefs beat the Ravens. Okay? So all y'all Ravens fans, be easy now. I mean, y'all Ravens fans, y'all up there with the Cowboys fans, okay? Where y'all can get, you know what I'm saying? But we got to have a sports show. I'm quite sure people will call or chat in, represent their team. But like I said, I know a lot of y'all probably just sitting back listening, like, I do it too. I watch something on YouTube, whatever. I ain't finna, click like and click subscribe if you're on YouTube. That way it'll be easier to see it next time and you'll know when I'm doing a show. But I don't mind y'all not commenting in, just as long as you're listening, and because eventually you will. Eventually I'll hit a point that you want to comment on. And trust me, it's just like going on a cruise. It's addictive. Once you start calling in, chatting in, you know what I'm saying, giving your 2 cents. And that's what we want. That's another form of communicating that I was talking about. We got to communicate. People sit there all day long, look at all different kind of YouTube, have different kind of opinions about what's going on with the school system, their kids, older people, whatever. And this is the platform to communicate. You can call or you can call or chat into another platform, but that's probably in New York or Atlanta somewhere. And chances are they ain't gonna read your comment. So this is the channel right here for us to do it. It might start off slow, like I said before. This is probably week 4, I believe. But like I said, it might start off slow, but I'm gonna get some guests that's gonna be on the show, not just the picture, but you know what I'm saying, they hold the video of them. Like I said, it's not that hard. I have a H URL, whatever you want to call it, and I'm not the quickest at this. You just put this in your phone. You put it in your phone, or you type it into Google or whatever, and it's gonna ask you if you give the Restream show permission for camera and permission for microphone. After you do that, I'll see you on the side box over here, and I'll stroll you in, and you can tell me what you feel about whatever topic, home remedies, politics, religion, sports, gossip, history, or whatever. And as soon as you finish, you can zoop back out, or you can stay in chat, or join the conversation. Like I say, I appreciate everybody who listened in, because I know some people listen not live, but they listen the next day or whatever. And once again, birthday shout out to my mother-in-law, Miss Patricia Peterson, my one of my favorite aunts, Miss Shirley Smith. My brother was like 2 weeks ago, Carlos McCoy, Uncle Alec, Aunt Lucinda, Ashley Thurston. Everybody, it's a lot of birthdays all at one time. But thank y'all for being here. Like I say, I'll be here next week. Same black channel, same black time, with different topics to talk about. Like I say, if you have any topic to talk about, please just inbox me, A.M.P podcast show. If you don't want to be on the show, just tell me the topic and I try to bring it up. And maybe you'll call in or chat whenever I do bring it up. But other than that, I appreciate it. And like I said, I'm a McCoy quitter, so this ain't killing me or costing me no money. So I'm gonna keep doing it, and we're gonna get something done. I ain't doing it just to be talking about the problems we got. Nah, no better. We can do better. All right. I mean, I got plans of making our own town, starting from that bypass on back, make our own town. We can do whatever. We can make history as people. All right. Okay. Remember what I said. Just because you ain't doing bad shit, don't make you a good person. All right. Do good to be considered good. You healthy just like everybody else healthy. Do something for somebody else.